Hello, guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So welcome to the Employee Central live real project session. So how do you have to conduct a real project in the real time companies is what you're going to see in these sessions that we are going to attend. I'm going to give you more information as and when we progress a little bit in this session. So I would like to get started with the introduction of each one of you so that I understand where you're coming from, what is the module that you already know, how far are you good in the Employee Central, and then take it forward. So over to you guys once you all introduce about yourself, and then I'm going to introduce about myself, and then we'll get started. All right. So let's get started with Revati Rajashekhar. Over to you, Revati. Revati, can you hear me? Sudhir, can you hear me? So Sudhir has given us a note who have mentioned that I have HR domain experience and learn EC. All right, that's good. So basically this session is also for someone who have learned EC, who have done EC, and today we will understand on uh, from a industry perspective, if you are given a EC project, how do you have to get started? What are the configuration steps? What are the documentary steps that you're involved into? So this is precisely for those people who have completed their training and then who now wants to get into the real-time live project experience. All right. That's nice, Sudhir. Thanks for letting me know about your domain and the experience that you hold. Thank you for that. Welcome on board. And Repti, please do let me know via text or via voice once you are able to hear me out and you are able to speak up. Okay. Thank you, Sudhir. Hi, Sri Lakshmi.
Hi. This is Sri Lakshmi. I'm new to this field, like IT field. I'm completely from pharma side. I just done success factors training in Mindlinks itself. So I'm trying to step into a new subject.
Okay, that's good. So basically, this is, as I said, see, this is all for people like you because you come from a different backgrounds. You understand how does, these modules work. But then when you go into any companies, what you have learned is the technicality of the module, but what you are going to learn now is how do you have to get started with the project, because technicality, how to handle a project are two different wings of a project. Okay. So these are two different things that you will have to look into. Okay. So we will be more focusing on that. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome on board, Sri Lakshmi. Let's when we move forward, I'll give you a lot of other information about this on the business requirement front. So welcome on board for now.
Thank you.
Yep. Hi, Gina. Okay, let's move on to Harsha. Hi, Harsha. Let's move on to Hide. Hi, Hide.
Hi, I'm Hiday, working for Advanced Petrochemical Company as CNV Senior Specialist, having more than 17 years experience. So I'm into core HR. I'm using SAP HCM system. Currently, we are in our company we are implementing SF. EC and PNPM, and some recruitment and talent modules.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Yeah, that's all. We are just done with blue, blueprint phase. So still that version one is not yet started. Hopefully they will be starting it next week sometime.
Okay, that's nice. All right, so I think definitely, Hide, this would be a platform for you to involve more into the EC part and then monitor the upcoming project that you're going to deal in your organization. So definitely, this would help you a lot. Welcome on board, Hide. So we have got couple of notifications here. Let me just go through it. Hi Sai, I've completed EC course and I am technical support for Workday and Ask HR. So that's nice, Sai. So definitely this course that we are going to go ahead now is for people like you, and good that all of you who are here are with the same agenda. This would certainly help you a lot. Revati, glad you have given me a message, Revati. 4 years of experience as a core HR. I've learned EC and onboarding and RCM from Mindlinks. All right, that's good that you're already associated with us, and this would help you in the EC perspectives. Let's park onboarding and RCM for now. All right, Narendra, I am a recruiter and learned success factors. Very good, a few months ago. Nice. So welcome on board, all three of you, Revati, Narendra, and Sai Vanacharla. All right, let's move on to the next, and let's get introduced with Harsha. Hi, Harsha.
Hello.
Go ahead, please. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Harsha. I'm having testing experience. I learned SAP SuccessFactors.
Okay. Okay, from testing to success factors, right? All right,
Yes.
that's good. See, when you have a different backgrounds like this, somebody is from medicine, somebody is from pharma, somebody is from testing experience, somebody is out of SAP, or say out of any sort of an ERP, totally into HR, human resource, and now stepping into success factors and learned success factors. So when you have learned the success factors, you should also know how do you have to do a practice of success factors. Okay, what are the stepping stones that you will be facing when you get started with the SF project? Especially we are here talking about Employee Central, because all of you here are Employee Central learned consultants, okay, to be consultants. Now, whatever you have learned, whatever we are going to learn now, there's a huge difference between these two. I'll tell you what is a program that we will be associated with once we have all the introductions done. Thank you, Harsha. Welcome on board.
Thank you.
Yep. Hi, Kapil.
Hello. Good morning.
Yep. Can you please give a brief about yourself?
Sure. I'm working for an organization in High-Tech City in Hyderabad for SAP HCM payroll. I trained in SAP SFEC last June through Mindlinks. So still waiting to get into the project.
Okay, good. So welcome on board. I will talk about, I'm noting all your points. So there are few things that you all have to understand. So welcome on board for now, Kapil, and then we'll give you a description once we are done with all the introductions. So Sai, I think we did had your introduction. Gina, if you're able to speak up in between, please do, and let me know your introduction as well. I can't hear you, Gina. Okay. Hi, Prithvi. Hi, Prithvi. Okay. Hello, Kumar. Kiran Kumar. Okay, let's move on to Swarna.
Hi everyone. Myself Swarna. I am I have done the course from Mindlink in 2018 actually. Since then I'm actually waiting for some good opportunities outside. But I have 5 years experience in HR domain in recruitment and operations, and currently I'm associated with an organization. So still I'm looking to get into success factors actually in EC. So just looking forward for that.
Okay. All right, that's nice, Swarna. Thank you so much for introduction. Welcome on board. So I see messages coming from Raj Shekhar and then Kiran and then Kiran and then Narendra, etc. So I understand one thing, that all of you are from a similar background. Raj Shekhar has HCM background and learned EC as well. So see, all of you who are present in this particular session are learned EC consultants. So you have learned in the past, probably a few months ago, few years ago, someone has learned it 2 years ago, etc. It's okay. All right, you have learned EC, and now what you're going to learn is how do you have to project it. Guys, remember one thing, knowing the module is one end, and getting a job, and then to get a job, what is the real time experience that you need is also quite important. Okay, so I know how to create a workflow, for example, but I need to know when do I have to do it, how do I have to get that requirement of what workflow do I have to create. That makes a lot of difference. Okay, and that's what I'm here to give you all right. Now thank you so much for giving all your introductions. So I do have a brief idea about all of you now, so that will help you to get started off. Now here is my introduction. I am Amulya. So I have 12 plus years of experience into SAP and also into HR domain. I am also heading the pre-sales for the entire northern region. I am a principal consultant, so I am a certified consultant in more than 4 to 5 modules. I am an all-rounder for all the modules, so I can give you an exposure for all the modules, sort of a questions in terms of the linkage for a real-time implementation. Okay, I do have corporate training and training experience since last 4 to 5 years. So you are in a very warm and a good hands for now. Do not have to worry about how do you have to go for the next steps for your EC or success factors job. All right, so getting a job is quite easy into success factors. Right now the market is really good, provided you have the skills, you have the understanding on a real-time implementation, and then hence we from Mindlinks have come up with this program, which is quite different to the traditional training part. All right, so we do have other people coming in like Anish, etc. So just so you know, hi Suresh, we are just getting started with how do you have to proceed with EC real-time project implementation steps that you'll have to follow, certain business requirements how you will have to gather. So this is something beyond the traditional training that you're going to do. So the reason why I am emphasizing on this particular thing is that you are open up with your minds that this is not a traditional training that you're going to re-go with the EC. No, what we are going to do here is to understand how a project on a real-time basis is conducted. As a consultants, you all are trained already in EC. We are not going to repeat the same thing. We are going to do a little more exercise to it. Okay, so someone who have learned it a couple of months ago, 2 years ago, there are certain changes to the system which has been enhanced. All right, and today I'm going to give you some inputs on those on a weekly basis when we meet. We are also going to meet one day in between the week. All right, so to understand what is the progress that you're making. So basically we are making your practice to what the industry needs. Okay, vaguely you can't practice whatever you want to after the training is done. There is a sequence of steps that you will have to follow, and we are here to help you on that part. All right, now to get a job, okay, basically companies need a consultants. That's the demand that we have right now, but the right consultants. Okay, someone who can answer what is the workflow, it's okay. All right, someone who can answer a question like what is the difference between a workflow and a route map, since that you are ec and a pmgm consultant, that is a core ec and a talent management or a talent module consultant, you will should be able to answer what is the difference between a route map and a workflow. That is also still okay. All right, but if you are not able to answer when should I go for a workflow, when should I go for a route map, how do you have to take the requirement of these two concepts, it doesn't work. Okay, so we need people who can do an understanding before the client. This is not that you're doing yourself. Once you're on job, you're on your toes, you will have to go to the client places and you will have to get a lot of requirement gathering, and that makes a lot of difference. Today we are here to teach you how you will have to go ahead with these different processes. What are the different steps? Okay, you have heard a lot about the EC technicality. You have already taken the training. How does this particular module work? I am not going to emphasize the same training again. This particular program is we give you a lot of assignments, we make you do and involve in the real time steps that we conduct in an implementation, and we also give you a very close monitoration on wherever you're stuck, whatever concepts you're not clear, and your job is to have a dedicated hour given to us on an on a daily basis. Do your practice whatever hour that we are booking on a weekly and a weekend. That's what you're going to utilize me, and I'm going to closely monitor how are you progressing, and then you can always go ahead into the market. Don't have to think again, because market is demanding this what we're going to teach you now. All right, now just that you all know, one thing is we are going to get, this is an introduction call guys, all of you. Now here we are going to understand what are we going to do and what is the timeline, what is the dedication required. And for people like Hide, if I pronounce it rightly, where his company is about to get started with SF. They're going to implement certain modules, RCM, onboarding, EC, etc. So for people like Hide, how do they have to give a requirement is also important. So we are going to cover the sessions both from the client perspective and both from the end user perspective and from a partner perspective, that is a consultant perspective. Okay, so you are going to get this huge information, and now whatever you have learned, whatever gap you have done, whatever seriousness you have missed a little bit, put a stop to it. And now whatever we are going to go through for the next 5 weeks, Saturday and Sunday we are going to meet, and throughout the week you're going to do a practice on what I'm going to say, and then I'm going to closely monitor and know the status on every Wednesday. Timings would be probably 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock in the evenings. So that way we'll fix it up later. Our team will take care of that. So this is the program which has been built for you, so that the next 5 weeks, okay, rigorously you're going to practice on EC, get into the market. All right, you're not going to waste any more time. You're not going to go back and see, okay, do I know this concept, do I know that concept? No, here I am, ask me whatever concepts you're not understanding. because now I am going to give you the brief from the business requirement perspective. Step 1, XYZ, what you'll have to do. Step 2, XYZ, what you'll have to do. All right. So whatever knowledge you have on EC will help you to now step up to this particular real-time implementation project understanding sessions that we have. All right. So one thing I want all of you to be quite clear that this particular sessions are not your training sessions for sure. We're not going to train you again on EC. However, we're going to touch every important topic for you to do a real-time project. Is it all clear, guys? Any questions so far? Feel free to be interactive. The more you are interacting, the more you will be, happy to have the sessions and get them started off. So please be clear on the real-time EC project implementation phase that you are going to get through. Any questions, guys? Anything that you want to ask? Be free, take the advantage of the session is what I would say. No questions? Okay, good. Yeah, Hide, was expecting from you.
Yes, I'm Hiday. Yeah. I have actually we are done with the. As I said, I'm the one point of contact for EC. I do have given some requirements to them, to my team. So it will be better if it is more interactive, so
Yeah.
that we can have an yeah. That's the only stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree with what you said, and I would also transfer the same thing to all of you guys. You are, I would say, in a way lucky that we already have a client with us, Hide. So he has already given certain requirements to his clients, and hence he is going to share similar things to us as well. So, and he would also have, Hide, I would say you will also have a great pleasure of taking the advantage of this program from your end as a client perspective. So one other important important ask from my side to all of you is that be interactive. You're all going to be consultants, and there's no silent consultant encouraged in the market. So please be interactive. The more you ask the questions, it's good that we have a crowd of 17 people in our team right now. So I am expecting a lot of questions, a lot of interactions, a lot of, you know, question can be as stupid as it is, but it has to be answered at this end itself. Once you're done with this program, also, who will you will go and ask this sort of questions? Okay, so please be interactive. That's what you will have to do it from your end if you're serious with your careers. And I'm here to answer any sort of a question that you have, probably be it from your career perspective, from the EC perspective, from the project perspective. Take the advantage of me right now. Okay. So next 30 seconds for another question if anybody have, before I get started with the next plan. So what you will be learning and doing via this program is my next step. So is there any questions that I can answer before we get on to it?
Yeah, I have one. So I'm getting into EC payroll project
Okay.
after 2 months from now. So their
Mhm.
expectation is I should be perfect in EC, Employee Central, and certified as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So my definitely, of course, it comes with the practice. But anytime, like it's been a while, we learned EC through MindLink.
Mhm.
So, for
Mhm.
example, if you're creating a MDF object, so we know
Mhm.
how to do it, but in between some fields we might have forgot what it is exactly meant for. So we would reach out to
Correct.
you asking such simple questions as well. So you have to bear with us. So this is what my
Definitely. Definitely. I'm here for the same purpose. Okay, I'm here. I'm ready to, solve such missed concepts, or say missed, forgotten concepts. Rather, I would say I'm here to answer all of that for you. So good that you've raised it, and definitely I would say in order to do an ECP implementation, Employee Central is must. You should have a good grip on Employee Central in order to move forward to ECP. Okay, great that you've got an opportunity to work on ECP so soon, but then have a strong base on EC for sure, and definitely this program is going to help you on that, because I'm going to cover all the concepts, make you do. I'm not going to talk and give you lectures or trainings, etc. I'm going to make you really do what you are talking about, what you have in the real time project, etc. So that will actually help you. Okay, good that you've raised this question. One commitment what we need
Yeah.
from you guys is your seriousness, your commitment, your presence. Okay, the moment we start the sessions, all of you should be in time so that we do not waste any time of the other participants as well, and you are not missing anything. All right, as I said, this will be more of interactive sessions, how you'll have to conduct, how you will have to conduct a workshop, what sort of a consultant we need to conduct a workshop. Okay, how do you take up a mock workshops? All right, and if you talk about implementations for country specifics, that's more complex, honestly. If it's for only India or say only one country, anybody will do. Okay, because that's not complex. You have one criteria, you follow one agenda, you have one client organization structure. Employee data is all basic, where you have mandatory, non-mandatory fields, or say effective dated, non-effective dated fields, etc. And you do not have any CSF employee data fields, that is country specific employee central employee data fields. Okay, you will only work for a certain event reasons or workflow. So the complexity increases the moment you get different countries working together. Okay, so whenever we here are using certain business requirements, where we assume that we are working for a multinational company as a project. Okay, so what exactly is a project? How do you really start with your project? Okay, what is a scope document and how important is that? Even before that, what is the step one that the organizations do? That understanding is what is quite important for you guys. Okay, and then we'll slowly get into the concepts like business rules and the alerts and notifications, position management, MDFs, and then time off, and then role based permissions, and then document generation. These are all the different extensions, by the way. So there's no limit for the extensions, just that and then we will also go into the different organization structure. How do you, if there is a customization over there, how do you handle it? These are all very nice and good refreshment for you to understand. I heard that. Okay, I know this. Okay, I know that. But when you start doing a project, what is the dependency on one another concept? Okay, what is the dependency, what is the sequence, first of all, that you will have to take the requirement? Doing a project, doing an say for example a workflow hardly takes you 5 to 7 or 10 minutes max. But what sort of requirement do you take? In order to give your requirement, the client have to understand what it is. Ask Heather, ask Hide, he will explain you how to understand the product and then to give a requirement. So that's the toughest part, and that's where all of you are judged. Okay, so it's not from the configurations perspective. Anybody can do a configurations, even a graduate can do a configuration. That's not the important part. That's of course important, but then it's 20% of your whole project. Okay, 80% of your project depends on how do you handle it, how do you start it, how do you take the requirement, how do you execute a workbook, how do you give a walkthrough, etc. Okay, which most of the consultants are missing today in the market, unfortunately. And that is the reason why we have come up with this exclusive program of giving you that information, downloading all of that process which your consultant have to know, and then get into the market for your jobs. All right. Any other questions, guys? Okay. All right. So I am sharing my screen. Let me know if you're able to see my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Nice. Appreciate this is the proactiveness which I was looking for. Good to hear you out. Okay. So guys, did you understand the agenda of this program and how it is different from the traditional training program? Is that understood by everybody?
Yes.
Okay. Ladies over there, Sri Lakshmi, Revati, etc.
Yeah, we
Okay,
got you actually.
nice. So interaction always helps, guys. And another instruction is that if you have any question or you want to speak up, please unmute yourself and speak up. Else, just mute yourself so that my voice would be quite clear to all of you. All right. Now, say for example, how your project gets started. Say for example, all of you are placed in IBM. Okay. Let's think real time. Okay. All of you are placed in IBM, and IBM does have a sales team for sure for every product. So success factors is one of the products, one of the important products, in fact, in terms of commercials as well, because success factors is one of the booming cloud product today in the market, guys. Let me tell you that. Okay. It has achieved a number of awards in 2021 as well in this pandemic, and that makes success factors still stand live in the first row in the market right now. Just so you know, if you are not aware of that, that even in 2021 comparative to Workday, I know there is a Workday consultant also here. So comparatively to Workday, SF is still standing on the front line with lot of awards, and still standing as one of the best product in 2021 as well, which is one of the most important news for all of you. Okay. Now, to get started with a project, I would like to drive you through what exactly happens even before you get into a project. There would be a sales department, and their job is to get the clients. All right. They do involve in the product materializing, the product understanding, displaying the capacity, displaying the capabilities of the product, talking about the features of the product, and then hiding the limitations of the product, of course, as a sales. So this is all is done by the sales, where most of the partners today, partner means what? IBM is a partner. Why is it a partner? SAP in itself is a company, guys. All right. It is developing different products. Okay. But it does not have that leverage, or say, it is not limited to that only SAP will deliver its project. Okay. Its product to the other companies. Hence, it has taken partnerships with the other companies like, say, IBM, Deloitte, Dell, or say whatnot, all the other partners who have the SF division. They do take that partnership, probably gold partner, platinum partner, silver partner, depends on how you are doing a partnership. Imagine you are doing a business and you've taken a partnership, and he is really doing good with you, and you are leveling up him from silver to platinum. All right. So this way you have different partners to SAP who can work on SAP's product. All right. So these partners are, say for example, IBM sales team that I was talking about. So these partners are still associated with the SAP sales partner, that is from SAP company, and they do offer different clients, different requirements, and these sales people go there, talk to them, explain them. When you go for that discussions, definitely you all would be a part of it, as in when you keep growing with your experience. All right. So when you go for that discussions where you are involved with, you're representing success factors, there would be somebody who is coming from Oracle, there would be somebody who is coming from Workday, there would be somebody who is coming from different other like say PeopleSoft, PeopleStrong, Ramco Marshall, JD AdWords, whatnot, all sort of products oriented product oriented representatives would come and highlight their own product, and SF still standing tall there in that discussions. All right. So this is something which is involved in the sales perspective. So those clients whom we are talking from the sales perspective are called as the prospective clients. Okay. Prospective clients are those who can turn into an active client or who can turn into a cancelled client. Okay. Cancelled client meaning it's not in terms of SF, it is in terms of the partner. You don't want to go with IBM because of XYZ reasons. They would like to pick up some other company to go with. But it doesn't mean that they're dropping off their plan from SuccessFactors, just that you know. Okay. And once this particular segment is done, and once a company is turning on into an active client. Okay, now let's take an example. Now IBM is working with the entertainment channel called ZTV. All right, now ZTV being a company, IBM sales guys have brought up a client ZTV, and they have spoken to it that prospect client is now become an active client. All right. So when they come to active client, still as a consultant, you are nowhere concerned. Okay. You're knowing the process. So that's the sales part. Now, once they become active client, then that's where they interact with the probably say practice head or managers or say senior managers level of employees within the company. Okay, so that's where they will tell that okay, ZTV representatives, HR representatives is now talking to say IBM practice head that see currently we are using Ramco Marshall, and that has a lot of things that we are doing manually, and we now want to shift to SuccessFactors. So we want to go through the demo of that system once, and then we do have certain questions, so we want certain experts or SMEs to sit and answer our questions, and then we will go ahead with the scoping part. Okay, decent healthy discussions. Once that is a yes from the top management, then comes is your role, which we call it as pre-sales role. Okay, so here in the pre-sales, you're first going to start with a concept called as discovery session. So in the discovery, now you're going to sit with the representatives, can be WebEx, can be offline, can be online, so can be any sort of a mode. All right. So the discovery session will actually help you understand what you will have to talk to them in that discovery session, what you have to gather out of them. So discovery is always understanding the as-is process of the client, that is current process. Are they using Excel? Are they using any HRIS tool? Are they using any localized tool, or say a product like SuccessFactors equivalent? Okay, and if yes, then why do they want to migrate to SuccessFactors? Do they have an active license? What is their head count? What are their processes? Which modules are they interested into? What not? There's a huge sort of a questions that you will be asking in this discovery sessions. Okay, so basically you will understand what is their current as is process. Also in this discussion, they will tell you what is their wish list, that I want this, this is what is not happening automatically, XYZ, XYZ. Okay, so you will be making a note of all of these options in the discovery session. Okay, are you all with me so far? Any questions that you are getting?
Yeah, just one thing, like Amelia, what is our role in pre-sales?
See, your role in pre-sales would be taking the discovery call. That's what I've started off with. Okay,
Okay,
and then
got it.
you analyze the gap. Okay, whatever I am telling you now is what you will have to do in your real-time job. Okay, but is that okay, Amulya, is there only that pre-sales thing that we are going to do? No. Okay, your main position would be implementations. Okay, say for example, you've got an implementation, there is a discovery call happening, you will be called for it. So we in the companies do not wait that, okay, say for example, Revati is working on say some requirements, so she's busy over there, and we got a discovery call from say some other company, and let's wait for her. No, this is going to be a 2 to 3 hour session. So Revati have to take up this particular thing as a part of her job and then go back and do her implementations. So today what we need is people who can do multiple tasks. Not at the same time, of course. You're going to pause it and then come here in a day for 2 to 3 hours, talk to the client, give your description, and then go back and do your configurations. Okay. Previously, we used to have a different team altogether for pre-sales. There's a totally different team who only used to deliver this discovery calls, demoing of the instance, writing the scope of the particular project, creating the proposals of that project, and then trying to get the estimations of the project, etc. But now it is not like that. You might have heard about something called as RFPs. I'm not sure if you have you heard about it, but RFP is also a part of today's consultant job. Okay, so usually what is an RFP? Whenever you go for a biddings, okay, that is what you otherwise call it is you are requesting for a proposal. That is RFP. Okay, say for example, when you go for a very big clients, okay, you don't have to go walk in there, talk about the product, and then get into the discovery call. You do a bidding system. Okay, mostly the government projects. So when you go for a bidding system, you're requesting them for a proposal that, see, this is the proposal. Then they give you an RF, they give you a questionnaire. Okay, a part of RFP is a questionnaire where you, answer all of that questions and then show your proposal. Okay, so that is a part of your RFP. So in the pre-sales role, you will be dealing with all of these options. Okay, most of the consultants do not know this because you do not know how it works in the real time. And believe me, this is not hard. It will become a part and parcel of your job. Thousands of consultants are already doing it, and you are no less than that. Okay. So discovery session is one part of it, where you understand the as-is process of the system or of that particular client. Okay, so once you understand the as-is process, second is you're going to do the gap analysis. Okay, now you might get a question that, okay, Revati has taken the discovery session, and we do give that download of Revati's understanding to say Sudhir, and we say, okay, Sudhir, can you do the gap analysis of this particular client depending on the discovery notes which is provided by Revati? Sudhir have to do it. Okay, so gap analysis is that he will be understanding what is the current situation of that client, what is the as-is process, and what success factors is providing. So as-is process has 50 points. Success factors is giving say 150 points. Now the gap analysis, what you'll have to make is that the next 100 points. say X, Y, Z is all what SF is giving as standard for free of cost with this licensing, whereas the current product that they are using is not having this particular leverage. Okay, and once this gap analysis is done, then you do a demonstration. That is, you do the demo of that module, and here we are specifically talking about EC. So we do a demo of EC. Okay, now this demonstration, probably it will go to Hide or Narendra and say, okay, can you give a demonstration to EC? Now you do not know what is the discovery sessions, you do not know what is the gap analysis found out, but still okay. What your focus should be is on the demo of EC. Okay, usually some companies, they follow that only one person will be handling all of this. Few companies, they take the advantage that all are multi-talented, they do train them in all of these options, and then they say that, okay, now you take up this demo session, you take up this one, and it all depends on your availability. Guys, is it getting clear to you? Any questions so far? Okay, I take it as a no. So once the demoing is done, then the next step is where you're going to prepare the scope of the project. You as a consultant is going to prepare the scope of the project. Of course, every company would have their own scope document or a template. You're going to make certain modifications in and out, cuttings of those in and outs, what is what is required, what is not required. For example, ZTV says that, okay, I am also looking for the last 25 years data to be loaded into my system. Okay, now you'll say, no, we are just doing this for 4 months project, so within this 4 months project timeline, I cannot give you 25 years data. I can only give you last 3-year data. That defines in the scope, and then they agree that, okay, this is the final scope and we are okay with it. So you as a consultant, slowly, see, when I say you as a consultant, you're not doing it right away. This comes with an experience to you, and then you have your seniors and then the practice head who will more look into this options. Okay, so this is how you're going to do the scoping of the module. Okay, then few instances where you see, okay, document generation is not there, they're not using it, time off is a separate thing, or say you're getting the time management done in a different vendor, so there is an integration required, so etc and etc. So you're going to deal with all of these things slowly. Okay, so once the scope is finalized, then you talk about the proposal. Okay, so proposal is basically a document. Okay, that's a booklet. Scope is a one pager, 1 or 2 pages. Proposal is a booklet where you have a 30-40 pages book, where you have the testimonials from all the different similar organizations, and you also have the proposal including the proposal includes the highlights of that company. As you're working for IBM, your proposal will have the IBM highlights. Okay, IBM highlights, IBM testimonials, the client feedbacks, everything will be mentioned in the booklet, so that the next company that they're going to take, for example, in our example, ZTV, will understand, okay, they've already worked for Colors, they've already worked for TV9, so it's okay. So they're already working for similar companies of our industry, so we don't have to worry much. Okay, so likewise, your proposal talks a lot of things, lot of highlights, and hence it becomes a booklet which include your scope part as well. Okay, and once this proposal is also okay, then the estimates will be added, and this is done by the finance department. All right, So this is all what you do under the pre-sales role. Okay. So is it understood? Any questions on the pre-sales part so far? Any questions on the pre-sales part, guys?
Amolya, the term pre-sales, is it before the client signs with the partner or SAP, or just after this? When exactly this comes?
Say that again.
Now, the term pre-sales means before we onboard the client, the sessions will happen. Based on the discussions, they will decide whether to go with this partner or not.
I didn't get you. Say that again. Sorry. Who
Yeah,
will decide what?
so like for example, IBM is doing the pre-sales, okay, the demo, discovery, presentation, and everything. So before the clients sign up with IBM, the sessions will happen, right? The sessions will take place before they sign with IBM,
Of
the
course.
contract.
Of course. Because once a proposal is accepted, okay, then comes is the PO or say work order. Okay.
Okay.
So if PO or work order are signed, only then the project is active. That is, now it is fixed that okay, IBM is only doing ZTV's project, nobody else is doing it. So before we get the project, that's why we call it as pre-sales, no? So we've not got that sale yet. So we are doing it as a part of pre-sales to the project.
Right, right. Got it. Yeah.
Okay. So any other questions, guys? Any other questions that you have? Okay. So I hope you guys understood what we are going to get started off with. Okay. So in this particular planned session, we are also going to, we are also going to cover the different stages of a project, the different phases of project, say what is the methodology that we are using right now, okay, and how many methodologies that you have, implementation methodologies that you have to implement success factors, and then in each stage, prepare, explore, realize, and then deploy. What are you going to do in each of these phases? Okay. If you talk about agile methodology, what is the additional phase that you have there? If you're talking about activate methodology, what are the 4 phases that you have here? If you're talking about the launch methodology, why is that there is an improvisation in all of these methodologies? So everything from a real-time perspective is what we are going to deal here. Okay. So any questions, guys? Okay. All right, Rajashekhar. It's good so far. Nice. We have this is a 1 hour session, just that you know, and looking forward for all of you to be meeting in the next session as well, which our team will inform you individually once they talk to you. We are going to meet next on Wednesday, and what is a plan, program, everything would be shared with you with the contents, etc. What are we going to deal within this 5 weeks? What is your job that you'll have to do? What is the job that I will have to do it from my end? All of this will be discussed with you on an individual basis, and then we'll go ahead from here. And couple of sessions which I will take in order to make you understand how to get started off with the project, and then I'm going to give you certain assignments probably in the next 1 hour, in the next another hour or so. When we meet, I'm going to complete the initial stuff what you as a consultant will have to do even before you get started off with the configurations, and then we'll get started with the assignments which you will have to focus on the assignment part. Make sense, all of you?
Yes. What will be the proposed time actually? The actual scheduled class time?
That you will have to check with our team. So you will get a call from our team, and they will get in touch with you all of this. What you can ask me is any kind of technical questions or say anything related to the module, etc. Admin related stuff is all will be taken care by the team, and you can directly get in touch with the team to ask this sort of a questions. Okay, I would not be the right person for that.
Great, clear.
Wonderful. All right, guys. Thank you so very much for attending this. Of course, most of you are silent still, but then I'll try to bring you up to a consultant level and then get ahead with your, interviews, openings, etc. You can just go ahead. But right now, what I see is that at the current position where you are, you definitely need this program. Okay. Yes, Harsha.
Nothing, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Okay, guys. Thank you so very much. Let's meet again very soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Maria. Bye.
Thank you.